All right. Hello, good morning, good evening, and good night. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic because today what we're going to be talking about is SQY. The reason being is because recently I reinvested some dividends and bought some more shares. I bought 17 shares of SQY, and we're going to get into the share price, the total amount I spent, what exactly it did to my portfolio, because my portfolio, as you can see, is currently sitting at the highest valuation that it ever has. And with that voice crack, we are going to be getting into this video. And before I do, I just want to set this to SQ. So we got Square going up, loading up. I want to say we're up to 4,694 subscribers, 6 subscribers away from 4,700 subscribers, 238 subscribers in the past 28 days. If you guys haven't done so, please do remember to subscribe. So we're talking about SQY today. And I was looking forward to buying some SQY. I mentioned it in a couple previous videos where I was looking to add SQY some more. And the whole reason being is because I had so many Canadian dividends coming in and I just needed to put them to use. I don't like having money sitting around in my accounts. What I want to do is I want to put my money to work to earn me more and more monthly dividend income. So that's exactly what I did. What I did was I bought 17 shares of SQY, as you can see right here, for an average cost of $21.72. This buy was back roughly about May 16th or so. So we're talking about maybe Thursday or Friday was when I bought some SQY. And so total was about 520 Canadian, not American. And since then, SQY has gone up from $21.72. It's at $22.16. So we're up a few percent. You could see in the past 5 days when we bought, it was probably about this marker here on Friday or so. Or pardon me, it was Thursday that I bought. $21.72 was my purchase price. So it was on Thursday that I bought. And then since then, we're up a few percent, which is fantastic. Whenever you buy something, it's nice to see it go up the day right after. But let's see exactly my kind of portfolio here with SQY and what it did. So before then, I had 22 shares. Now I have 39 shares. I don't even know my average cost. My average cost is $23.20, meaning that if Square was to appreciate back to $23.20, I'd be break even on the share price returns, but I'm still receiving the dividend income every single month from them. So this is going to be a very solid investment for me if Square is going to reach $23 or more, which I do think it will. I do think it's down from its current highs. It says here about $25 when adjusted, but when looking at the underlying stock, they're also down. I think Square should really go beyond this $83 marker. It's hit about $83, $85 multiple times and not been able to push through. Long term, we've seen Square, the underlying stock, go to almost $250, $270. So I do think in time, Square, the underlying stock, is going to perform better. I think it's going to get back up to maybe $150 or so, which is currently double the share price. So I'm buying the Yieldmax version. I'm looking for income on this play on a stock that I do believe is going to be good long term. And Square's a very solid company. They have very solid earnings that keep on growing. The earnings per share isn't anything crazy, but they are a $45 billion market cap company, meaning that they're most likely not going anywhere anytime soon. They basically do taps like Visa and collect money on credit card machines. But that is Square's business. That's just a little bit about them. But we're talking about kind of my position around them. And with the current buy, you can see here my portfolio is almost sitting at about $9,000. I don't do that to flex. 9,000 is probably, it is a good chunk of money, but there's obviously a lot more people on YouTube who have much bigger channels and much bigger dollar values in their portfolios than me. I'm just doing it to show you guys the monthly income that we create. So now we're up to $236 in terms of monthly income. And so far, just to kind of give a little overview of my portfolio, since we bought SQY, a lot of my stocks have been rebounding very nicely. Ones like MPW have slowly started to rebound. 3M slowly rebounding. We have TSOY not so much, as you can see here, still down about 42%. But one stock that has gone pretty crazy recently, which I've made a couple videos about, is Zim. Zim, I'm currently down only about 20%. I was down about 50% prior, and they are potentially bringing this dividend back. So this $236 is just a rough estimate. And it's always subject to change because dividends are always changing in my portfolios, especially when holding Yieldmax ones that obviously fluctuate quite a bit. But for Square, I want to give it an update for the future. I think it's going to go up. I currently think that it's on a pretty solid trend. We could see the underlying stock potentially trend to, what could we see here? Maybe about $76 or so. And then from there, it's going to encounter a little bit of resistance at this point here. But if we're able to push through, there's a couple more resistance points. But really why I'm buying Square is I'm looking for SQ, the underlying stock, which is Block, to break through this $83 barrier. And I do believe it looks like it has the momentum to do so. It's got a great yearly chart. We could see it's pushing in an uptrending position, which is exactly what I want to see for the underlying when I'm buying a Yieldmax ETF. And obviously, it really does help that Square pays a 61% dividend. It's not the highest dividend in the Yieldmax collection, but it is a fantastic one nonetheless. This is the only Yieldmax fund that I'm currently putting money into. I'm not going to be buying any more. The only other Yieldmax fund that I'll be looking to buy is going to be YMax because it holds all of the Yieldmax funds. I believe it is the safest. I've mentioned this on my channel. I believe YMax is the safest, and I believe it's the best for dividends and the long term if you're looking for something stable with high yielding assets. So that is just an overview, kind of a little bit about my portfolio, how it's been performing, how much money I'm currently receiving, and how much I was able to buy for Square. Just to be 100% clear, that 39 shares will produce me about $60 Canadian in monthly dividends from that position alone. So that is a decent powerhouse in our high yielding income portfolio right here. So this is a video on Square, my portfolio, exactly how much I bought 17 shares at exactly what share price, $21.72. Currently believe Square is going to go higher, both the Yieldmax and the underlying stock version, and that is why I bought at this time. I only want to buy Yieldmax stocks when I think they are down, never just buying just because although they have great dividends, they're subject to pretty massive swings to the downside. So it's something that you could take advantage of and be aware of. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, we're up to 4,694 subscribers. Join our page if you're interested in anything high yielding or you want to see more dividend videos like this, where we all kind of help each other to make a little bit more money on the side, potentially turning it into something full-time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please do take care, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.